Hey there, Cancer. Welcome to your reading for the week of something, 24th or something like that. I don't know. I honestly don't remember, so it'll be in the title. It's like the 20-something, right? But anyway, we're just going to jump right in here, and we are going to take a look at your general energies in this first row right here. By the way, this is the Wheel of the Year Tarot that I'm using. Next, we're going to look at anything unexpected that could be coming in for you in this row right here. After that, we're going to look at what's coming towards you, basically anything that's coming in for you in this next row here. And then we're going to look at any messages from your future self. And I love that. You have this good fortune card here, so definitely, this looks like a very abundant reading here, Cancer, so love it. But that's what we're going to look at in your last row. We're also going to pull 5 main themes for your week at the end, so we'll also be doing that. But you start off with this fulfillment in this lust card. I don't know, I like this. So there could be some major fulfillment, clearly. I mean, you have the Empress showing up here and the Star card as well. Both cards can kind of represent fulfillment or feeling fulfilled. And you have that good fortune card. So you have some really good cards that could lead to or are talking about you receiving fulfillment. You do have that lust card here. I don't really necessarily see love yet. You do have the Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles is going up. Page of Pentacles, 8 of Swords, to the Empress. So someone could find you very attractive at this time, but it's like, are they going to do anything about it? That's what we're going to have to find out. You have the 8 of Pentacles, which is like the work that would be needed to be put in to get to the Empress, right, for this person down here. So I do feel there could be like an earth sign so far. That could change in a minute when we clarify, but it kind of looks like there's someone who wants to marry you. Look, you have the Hierophant right here who sees you as the Empress. You know, I feel like this person needs to be more like playful, more, and, you know, I feel like they need to put the work in. So you have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Wands, and the Page of Pentacles. Outside of love, I feel like you need to put the work in to something that you want to create. 7 of Wands is like defending your position at the top of a hill, but as I always say, 7 of Wands to me is kind of a card of commitment because it represents like conviction. You know, believing something deep down in your, like to the core, the marrow of your bones, like believing something so deeply that you make it happen, right? So this could be you know, accomplishing a goal or getting love, whatever it is that you want. Like when the only way is to have it, then there is no other way, right? When the only way is success, then you will be successful. And when you truly believe that, then you'll become successful, right? People always say, well, what if this happens? What if that happens? I'm like, well, then you're not at the 7 of Wands yet. You have to get away from all those what ifs, and you have to make it so that there is no other way than for you to be a success. And we have that here. 8 of Pentacles is about learning. 8 of Pentacles is about mastering a craft. And I feel that maybe in the past, and even right now, that you are still learning how to maybe get something that you want in your life very, very badly. But, you know, I think when you want something, you know, as Eric Thomas says, you know, the hip-hop preacher, he says, when you want something as bad as you want to breathe, then you will have it. So, you know, that's kind of what I feel here for you, Cancer. You want something, you have that lust energy, so it's like maybe you're lusting after something, but it's almost like the energy needs to be transmuted here. It's like I don't really see anything wrong with kind of, you know, starting with lust, right? Like maybe you want a certain amount of money, maybe you're lusting after it. But maybe it needs to turn into something deeper. Like, okay, it's like you can want that amount of money, which in kind of lust after it, but what would you do with it? Like, what are the things that you would do with it? What are the things that the type of person who has the amount of money that you want, what are the type of things that they do? It's like, I think what I'm trying to spit out here is like the difference between lust is like, lust is almost like the fantasy is how I'm seeing this in my head. And again, take it how it resonates. This is something that you want, Cancer, is what I'm trying to spit out here as well. And it's like the lust is the fantasy, but it's like almost like the 7 of Wands is saying, like, how can you make it a reality by doing the things that someone who has what you want does? I hope that makes sense. It's almost like you're mimicking success here. You have the Page of Pentacles, study. Page of Pentacles is the card of studiousness and the card of like learning all these things that I just talked about. So I really feel that learning, educating yourself, doing what you can is going to be very helpful. I do also feel that this could be new love coming in for you. Someone, I feel like you're the light of someone's life here, or you're about to be, or vice versa. You know, they could be the light of your life too. It's like both of you. You know, I feel like this doesn't have to be one or the other. I feel like this is like an equal thing. You even end with the Justice card. You both find each other very attractive, but I don't know, there's some like obstacles to overcome here. And I don't think they're bad obstacles. I just think this person needs to kind of sack up, for lack of a better term, right? With the Eight of Pentacles, you have the King of Pentacles. Definitely could be an Earth sign. This person could also be very tucked into work, I feel. So you could be attracting a very successful person, but they're very focused on work. I feel like this person has a skill. You know, the King of Pentacles, he has grapes on his cloak. Grapes in the tarot represent something that's very difficult or challenging to grow. They represent something that requires a great deal of skill as well. Could be a Taurus for some of you, but again, could be any sign. But what I would say here is that you could be attracting a person who has a skill. Like, I feel like that's what stands out to you. You know, if you know who this person is, I feel like you know that they're very skilled, like, at what they do, and they could be very focused on work. Here you go. With the Seven of Wands, you have the Ace of Wands. Lust. You are lusting after something. And again, this doesn't have to be sexual. This could be, like I said, this could be a goal, wish, or dream. And I feel like you feel it very deeply. I feel like the trick for you is, like I said, like, what are the things that could make it real? It's like someone who, you know, if it's money, it's like, people who have a lot of money, they're usually like responsible, or maybe they know a lot about money. Maybe they study investing. I don't know, right? Well, I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, I feel like you have to do it. Maybe you want love and you want to have a successful relationship. I think people are too focused on unsuccessful relationships nowadays, right? And when there are plenty of people who have very successful relationships, they exist. I've seen it. So what do those people do, right? What are the activities? What are the things that they, you know, what are the things that they think, right? And it's like, can you get inside can you get inside an idea's head? Those are the words that are popping into my head. It's like you have an idea, and I feel like it has a consciousness. Can you get inside that consciousness? This is deep, Cancer. With the Page of Pentacles, you have the Hangman. So again, waiting, definitely an obstacle to overcome. And it's funny that I said head or consciousness, because his head is glowing right here. He's waiting for enlightenment. It's almost like someone could be waiting for a sign. Could be you, could be them, could be a Pisces coming in for some of you as well. And what I would say is that someone's waiting for a sign here is what I feel intuitively with that Hangman. For some of you, you could also be dealing with a person who's been like recently hurt. So it's like maybe you know that and you're just waiting. That's definitely, I have like a million things popping into my head here. Pretty crazy reading, Cancer. Next, in the area of the unexpected, here you go. You have the Spider card. It says, be meticulous and patient. So maybe patience is really the answer here if this is love. You also have this Wervin. It says, your secrets are safe. So, you know, if you're worried about something coming out, I feel like you are safe from that. I do feel like you need to be meticulous and like kind of, you know, it kind of reminds me of a story. I'm pretty sure it's Joe Dispenza. Correct me if I'm wrong. If someone who actually knows what they're talking about, because I don't. You know, I think it's Joe Dispenza who had a back injury, and he started like imagining his back being put back together, like in his head, and he had to get down to like the cellular level. I think that's the story, if I'm not mistaken. And he really had to like imagine it piece by piece and like really kind of put it together. And you know, he claims that he was able, I totally believe it, but you know, I'm just saying he claims, I'm not a doctor, so don't take this as medical advice, but you know, he claims that he was able to heal himself by doing this. And I kind of feel that on this Spider card, that you need to be meticulous. I feel like you need to, you know, again, if you're imagining having a certain amount of money, it's like, what's the difference between your energy now and the energy of a person who has that much money? Whatever the amount is that you want, or love, or business, or health, whatever you want, right? And then I feel like you need to start putting it together piece by piece, maybe in your head, right? You have the Hierophant, the Eight of Swords, and the Star. You're dreaming of something. You know that something is possible with the Star card. So I feel like you know that something is yours. I feel like you know that you can have something if you want it with this Star energy. And I kind of get this feeling here that, you know, again, the Star, normally she's pouring water onto the land outside of the pool. And the pool represents a pool of universal consciousness. And she needs to kind of realize that if something's possible for one person, it's possible for everyone, because that water that she's pouring is going out into the world. So I feel like you're seeing that something is possible, right? The Hierophant, I feel you could be saying, like, what do I need to learn, do, have? But I feel like what you need to understand is that something is divinely guided. Like, something is meant to be part of your life, and maybe you've always known that. Maybe you've always known that you're meant to be successful. Maybe you've always known that you're meant to, create a business or have that dream relationship or whatever. And I feel like this is saying you just need to kind of like bring it down. I can't even get this Eight of Swords off the table. I feel like you just need to manifest it here on Earth. I also feel like you just need to decide what you want. Because right next to it, you have the Seven of Cups right here. What this looks like to me is kind of like back and forth thinking, going this direction here. Sometimes I feel we say like, oh, I want $10 million, but or maybe our brain doesn't believe that we're capable of making $10 million. But, again, people do it every day, right? And so you could be saying, if you're saying to yourself, I want $10 million, but then you're also at the same time saying, but I'd be fine with $1 million. I feel like this reading is saying, no, you need to commit to the 10 million and make that happen. Don't start like selling yourself short. Don't, do that. It reminds me of, again, in Think and Grow Rich, I think Napoleon Hill talks about how it's like you need to ask for what you want unapologetically. And, that means that if you want 10, that you go for the 10. You don't go for the 1. There is no settling, right? Same thing in love. It's like if there's a certain type of person you want, then, again, I think people have free will. I don't think we should be trying to manifest a person. Like if we have our eye on a person, I don't necessarily think we can do anything to attract that person to our life if they don't want us, right? So I think it's better to come up with like some traits or kind of the type of person and build that person in your head and do it that way, right? Because again, then you're just attracting someone who's already been put here for you. I hope that makes sense, Cancer. Probably not. This is going to a weird place, but let's see. With the Hierophant, you have the Lovers. So again, definitely could be marriage coming in for you in the future with this person. I'm telling you right now, this is like a good, solid relationship coming in for you. For those of you that want love. If you don't want love, I feel that this is actually saying here that Lovers, Hierophant, and the Eight of Swords, I feel like it is saying again, you need to maintain your vision of the goal that you want, but I also feel Eight of Swords sometimes says that you're only seeing one way of getting there, right? When there could be, how many ways are there to make $10 million? Probably an infinite amount of ways to make $10 million. And when you think about it, it's like in a million years, if the Earth is still here and hasn't been destroyed, then, there will probably be even more ways of doing it, right? So, it's like there's an infinite amount of ways to do it. You just have to open up to those ways. With the Eight of Swords, you have the Wheel of Fortune. Definitely your fortune's changing. Something is changing here. Again, we're waiting for a change. I'm still waiting. I am still waiting for this change to happen in your reading because a change needs to happen for a person to make a move towards you. Could be an Aquarius, Scorpio, Taurus, or Leo as well. One of the fixed signs, or it could be a Capricorn, or someone without a Capricorn in their chart. With the Star, here you go. You have the Knight of Cups. I don't know. Someone could be sweeping you off your feet here, Cancer, and it could be quite unexpected. And maybe this person is finally making a move. I kind of get the feeling that this person is healing from something, You have the Ten of Swords here going across to the Three of Cups. I'm wondering if this person just is kind of going through healing or going through kind of some sort of hurt or heartache or something like that. Next in the area of, what are we doing? Oh, what's coming towards you? You have this Teeth card. It says control and change. You also have this Dolphin card. It says playfulness and cooperation. This is the Coffee Cup Oracle by Amira, by the way. But I feel like there is some playfulness coming in for you. I also feel like being playful, like the ability to be playful is coming in for you here as well. Definitely a big change coming in for you because you have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords, I don't think the Ten of Swords is as bad as some people make it out to be. Like normally the guy on the Ten of Swords is dead. It doesn't get worse than that. And he's not feeling pain anymore. So it kind of represents something being dead done over with. You have the Empress, the Seven of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords is a card of needing to move on from something and needing to move towards something new. It kind of represents rock bottom or, kind of like the ending of something. So I feel there's like a lot of new opportunity coming in for you. Usually the sun is coming up in the background of the Ten of Swords. So I feel for a lot of you, it's like a new day is dawning. You have the Seven of Cups. Again, I feel clarity is going to be super, super important for you with the Seven of Cups. So I feel like you need to be clear on exactly what you want in your life, and you need to go straight towards it and not stop, basically, is what I'm getting here. I feel there's a lot of, again, this row is meant to represent what is coming towards you. It's kind of funny because I don't really feel this is necessarily coming towards you, but I feel like it's something that's in your energy where it's like there could be a lot of ideas floating around. There could be a lot of plans, or you could just be seeing a lot of options at this time. I do feel like you're kind of like in receptive mode with the Empress. I feel like you're ready to receive. I feel like you're ready to accept things in your life. And again, it doesn't matter what gender you are. I feel like you're just in receptive mode with the Empress. I feel like you're able to create a lot of abundance. I also feel like you are able to kind of like see things and know that they're going to turn into gold. No matter, it doesn't matter what they are, you know, relationship opportunities, businesses, money opportunities, whatever. It's almost like you can see something and you're saying to yourself, this is going to be, you know, a good place to put my energy, whatever it is, right? And so I would trust those feelings. It's kind of funny because she has this, I'll just show you over here. She has this right here, this staff, and you can see that kind of looks like the crown that in this deck, the Wheel of the Year Tarot. It kind of looks like the crown right here that the High Priestess has on her head. It represents 3 stages of the moon on the High Priestess. And it kind of represents the fact that she sees the beginning, middle, and end of all situations. So again, I feel what's coming towards you is the ability to see the beginning and middle and end of all situations. Here you go. Look, with the High Priestess, you have the Queen of Swords. She is clear, the Queen of Swords. She finally sees things clearly. She understands where she needs to put her energy, her time, effort, and energy. She is looking to the Justice card. Justice is cause and effect. Like I said, I feel like you're just really good at seeing like what's worth it, what's not. With the 7 of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups. Yeah, I would pick 1 cup. You see how she has 1 cup, but it looks like a trophy? I always say that she kind of, you know, she is looking at that. That represents her heart. And, you know, it really represents the fact that she values how things make her feel. So I feel like as long as you're focusing on things that make you feel good, it's going to be good for you. With the 10 of Swords, you have the Tower. So definitely some sort of difficult ending. It's kind of funny. I don't think this is yours. Every single person has had the Tower again. So doesn't really surprise me. It could be like global Tower moments, but I also feel like you could be dealing with a person entering into your life who has gone through a Tower moment. And it's like, maybe that's what you're waiting for them to heal. You have this beetle. It says great good, or it just says good fortune on it. You also have this stork card. It says news of a birth or new business opportunity. Again, if you're not trying to get pregnant, I would definitely be careful with that Empress energy, but I do feel like there is clearly a new opportunity coming in for you, and I feel that it's going to be very fortunate here, Cancer, so love it. You have the Justice card, the 9 of Wands, and the 3 of Cups. I kind of feel like this Justice card, again, this is the area of messages from your future self, so I feel like your future self is saying, like, you know exactly what to put your energy into, and you know the things that put energy back into you. So I feel on a very deep level that you need to trust your own kind of like instinct here as far as like who to invest in, who should you be giving your time, effort, and energy to. You have the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is a card of kind of trying again. You know, this card represents the wounded warrior. I definitely feel your future self is saying you're dealing with a wounded warrior. This person isn't like obsessed with their past or anything like that, right? I feel like they have been hurt a couple of times here. We see this going this direction, right? And so Knight of Cups, Star, this person's healing from a Tower moment, clearly with a star. And then Queen of Cups, I feel like this is you with the 7 of Cups to the Justice card. I feel like just kind of practicing equal give and take, matching this person's energy, right, would be a good idea. I feel like this person's a little bit wounded. You have the 3 of Cups, definitely a celebration coming in for you with the 3 of Cups. I also feel like your future self is saying it would be an amazing time for you to socialize with that 3 of Cups. 3 of Cups is a card of community, and there could be a lot of benefits in spending time with your community. With the Justice card, you have the Knight of Wands. Again, I would avoid anything inconsistent. I feel like you will see things that are inconsistent before they even get started, so I just avoid it, plain and simple, with this energy. With the 9 of Wands, you have the Emperor. You could be dealing with someone who's an action taker for sure. We talked about this with the 8 of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. I feel like you're attracting a successful person. Could be an Aries. I don't really feel Aries energy. I feel it could be any sign, like I said, that's coming in for you, but definitely a hard worker. And with the 3 of Cups, you have the Ace of Cups. Again, this could be why you should socialize. You know, you have the Knight of Wands, which is a card of playfulness. And the 3 of Cups is a card of socializing, spending time in your community. And you have the Ace of Cups. So again, getting out there, socializing, getting into public, meeting people. That's probably where you're going to meet a person and find love. So I would definitely get out there if I were you. We're going to pull 5 main themes now here, Cancer. And we're going to see what is coming up for you here. You have this wheel. It says indecisiveness, allowing your life to ramble aimlessly. Wasn't there something here? Yeah, like again, Seven of Cups. I would be like, this to me is just saying that things maybe have been in, I kind of feel this is a past energy, but I feel it's saying that things have been kind of going in circles. And I feel you need to be very clear about what you want with that Seven of Cups and not go back and forth, and don't settle. Like, don't create these manifestations where you're saying, I want this, but I'll accept this. No, don't do it, right? You have this carrot. It says opportunity or windfall. Clearly, there could be like a major opportunity or a windfall coming in for you. Could be money, for sure, based off of what's going on here. You have this broken wishbone. It says wish will not be granted. Can we get more information on this? It says spear heartache over what you no longer have. So again, Ten of Swords, Tower. If you lost something, I feel maybe you're hoping that it comes back, but if I'm being honest, I would say probably not. But it looks like you're healing from this anyway. Next, you have this unicorn card. It says use your intuition, Empress, Queen of Swords, Justice. Use your intuition to make beneficial changes. You see things very clearly right now, and I feel you need to trust that. And finally, you have the ladder. It says climbing towards success. Definitely some major successes coming in for you at this time, Cancer. Probably one of the better readings I've seen for you in a while. So love it. Thank you for being here, Cancer. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your week.